Jay with Jay's Vintage Cruiser, and I'm here today to talk about the water system. Some tips and tricks and how I set mine up, so hopefully this will help you out. So I keep mine in this great little Camco bag. It's got a breathable top, a little tag on it that says water. So I also use one for my electrical stuff too. Comes in pretty handy. So in here I keep my spray port hose. I keep the freshwater tank filler, the pressure regulator, which I think is important. If you accidentally hook into high pressure at an RV park, this will prevent your lines from blowing out. Let's see what else we got in here. We got the 90-degree coupling. I use this to hook into my freshwater port. Keeps the hose hanging straight down. And then most important is a freshwater hose, drinking hose. This one I like better than the blue one. It is a little more expensive, but it doesn't get the kinks like the white ones do. And last but not least is the water filter. So this is just a charcoal-based filter. Helps get rid of some of the taste. And then in my toolbox, I keep a couple spare washers. Never know if you're going to need them or not. So, all right, well, let's go out and start by hooking up the water, and we'll go from there. All right, so over here we have our spray port, our fresh water, and our black tank flush. Now, it's highly advised that you use separate hoses for each of these systems. Don't cross-contaminate. You just don't want to take the chance. It's not worth it. So I keep a green hose with my sneaky sinky to keep it separate. Alright, so the way I hook mine up is pressure regulator hooked into the water spigot at the RV park, your filter into your hose, and then I take my 90 and I hook it in to here. Now these do spin, of course, so you can just tighten that on. So that's how you hook into your freshwater system. You should be good to go. Now this will not fill your tank. That is a separate thing. So let's go show you how to fill the freshwater tank. So filling your freshwater tank is pretty easy. I got this one from Amazon. It just simply slides in there, turn on your water, and don't leave it unattended. I mean, it'll overflow and spit out, but it takes a little bit. I mean, it's 27 gallons of water. Now, I carry one of these, and this is so I can easily add water to the tank when I'm boondocking, and also when you sanitize your system, you want to put half a cup of bleach into your freshwater tank, fill it up, fill up your lines, and let it sit overnight, and then drain the whole system. So, but add the bleach to like a pitcher or a gallon of water, and then pour it in, and then just use your hose, fill it up, and sanitize your system. Alright, so this is our spray hose. It comes in handy. It's pretty easy to use. This is just a coupler. Just put it in, and it locks into place. Now, this is a lot easier to put on and off when the system is not under pressure. So if you're having problems getting it on, turn off your water, release the pressure. It'll come off a lot easier. Alright, so a little housekeeping tip also is, especially when you first get your trailers, I highly recommend pulling these off. Let's see if there's anything in it. No, mine's pretty clean, but just take those off. Flush out the lines a little bit. People have posted on there, hey, I got no water in my sink. What's going on? Well, a lot of times that aerator's plugged up. So just pull those off. When you first get your trailer, hook up the water, flush out the system. Won't hurt a thing. Alright, so we're here at the tank monitoring panel, and at the bottom is this switch. This controls the water pump. So we're going to turn that on, and now, if you hear mine, this is what it sounds like when you have a faulty check valve in the pump, which I'm going to fix. Alright, so I've turned off the pump for now. Now, when you have a faulty check valve, the one big problem with that is when you're hooked into city water, the water will backfill your freshwater tank because it's allowing water to come back past the pump. So, there's a valve right here. Just simply turn that valve, and now it will not backflow when hooked into city water. What I'm going to do, instead of replacing this pump, which looks like a lot of fun, is I'm going to put a SharkBite inline check valve in place. Also, another housekeeping tip is right here next to the pump is an inline water filter. Now, mine's different because I had to replace it because I cracked it last year, but you just simply take off the cap, remove the filter, and you'll probably find debris in the line. Alright, so to fix my little check valve problem, I'm going to install this SharkBite check valve on the water supply line going to the pump. Now, the critical part is to make sure that the arrow on this is pointing in the right direction, or it'll backfire on you. So all I need is a pipe cutter and this valve, and we'll get it fixed. Alright, so I'm going to cut this blue pipe right here and just put the valve in. Now, the nice thing about these SharkBites is they don't require anything else. They just pop into place, and you're good to go. Alright, so I cut the line, and I cut just a tiny little piece out of there to give it a little room to fit. And now we'll go put water back in the tank and see if this doesn't solve our problem. Alright, so we're back in the trailer. We installed our SharkBite check valve, and that is a 1/2 inch, by the way. So we're going to turn the pump on and see if we can't get water to build up. Alright, once we got the air out of the lines, the system was able to pressurize, and voila! I'll tell you what, that check valve was only $15, and it was a lot easier than replacing that pump. Alright, so that was a quick overview on our water system, some tips and tricks, how to fix a check valve. So I hope that was helpful, and good luck and happy camping.